enjoy the fun, chatting with interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.
Hello and welcome to
Date
Kickin'
Steve and I'll give you $10.
What?
20.
What? We're selling me now?
Let's do it.
Hello and welcome to Kicking in Crocs, the podcast, where apparently selling people off is not frowned upon.
Renting for friends.
Oh God, that's even worse. My name is Steve, 1/3 of Kicking in Crocs.
And available.
I'm Dave, and this tea is delightful.
And I'm Nick, the final third, and the tea actually is good today. I have normal tea, but it's good.
Our tea isn't normal? What constitutes as not normal tea?
What is it? Just plain Lipton, I guess, or plain.
No, this is just it's
mint
no.
green tea,
See
sir.
what
Oh,
we
do I?
did today. We were even more refined today, sir. We actually
Ooh.
used a
This is-
loose leaf
Yeah,
tea.
we loose leaf
Pinky.
tea.
In
Oh,
the
did you?
steepers. Yes, indeed. And now we are
cool.
going to drink this tea as it was done in the olden days. They didn't have little
your mouth?
bags to put into the. Yes. That was perfectly timed, gentlemen. Well done. We all just
have
took a sip at the
little
exact same time.
Nice. When did you guys start that? Just your first time
It was
doing that?
my first time trying it.
Well,
Yeah,
Kelsey
I
got
liked
me.
it.
Kelsey got me some loose leaf tea and a little stitch on a surfboard, like tea steeper for Valentine's
It's really
Day.
cute.
Nice.
So, yeah, so I
That's
tried it, and I was
cool.
like,
Really
"Oh, that was
cute.
delightful tea." So I was telling Steve about it. He's like, "Oh, well, we'll do it on Friday," and here we are.
Here we are.
How do you feel
On
the quality of your
Sunday.
tea?
Oh no, I think it's great. Yeah.
It is-
It tastes.
It's a
believe
little
it
bit
or
more
not,
flavorful.
Yeah, it does taste different from the tea in the tea bags. It just even like obviously Earl Grey Fantasy and London Fog, those are a little bit different.
like those.
But if I'm comparing this to just straight up like black tea, I would take this over regular black tea. I
It's a
would.
little more.
We might have to try it out.
Yeah, man.
I'll have to
You
try
should.
this time. Yeah,
You should. It's great.
that's good.
I mean, I've had loose leaf tea before at like Kelsey's friends' houses and stuff, but yeah.
Comment
No
below
gra-
your
no graph
tea
paper tea?
preferences.
Just loose leaf. Horrible joke.
Anyway, Nick is
Don't
done
set him
this
off.
podcast.
Don't set him off again. He was laughing for like 10 minutes before we started this podcast. We had to get him to calm down.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, and it wasn't a loose leaf or graph paper joke, but it was still
No,
equally
but
funny.
you tried. You know, it
So
was
what's
good.
what's new, gentlemen?
You are doing a polar bear plunge.
Whoa,
you did
yes.
a polar bear plunge.
Yesterday.
You did one yesterday.
Yes.
And
A-
it was in
as
that
if the
freezing
weather-
cold water.
Yeah, as if the weather in Jersey already hasn't been super cold, right? -7 Celsius. It is crazy cold out. How are you feeling about the post-plunge experience? You've done how many now?
A lot of them. I think yesterday, whatever it is.
Yep.
The temperature's going up at least
Time.
compared to what it was.
Okay.
So it's going up compared to what it was. So yeah, it's not. I don't know.
Nice.
My wife bailed on me this year.
Kelsey,
she
you're
goes,
not
here
doing
she
the plunges here?
As soon as he mentioned it.
You're not doing the plunges here?
No.
As soon as he mentioned, just don't. Yeah, okay. You good?
No, I'm not.
Oh, so what are you doing with this awesome time that you have on your hands?
Either
Coming to the
sitting
dojo?
at
Hanging out
home
with us?
and being warm, or following his butt around the beach tomorrow.
With
Oh.
your son, right? Declan's
With
coming too.
Declan.
Well, there's no there's
Hang
no.
out at the dojo.
Well, I thought you were gonna come for a little bit, no matter what.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. But if parking's a nightmare, depending on what time I come.
Oh,
Then you drop him off and he
What
can
about
take
our
you over
morning
home.
pizza?
Oh, you guys do morning pizza?
morning pizza?
do
That's a
morning
tradition.
Oh, that's cool.
You should
guys do
totally
that
do
Actually,
it.
for
the one-
Polar Bear Plunge? Oh,
The one
nice.
year when she was
It's a seaside,
pregnant,
so-
when she was pregnant, she didn't didn't.
Is
jump,
there
but
like
she
a
also
place?
didn't. She also didn't come with me either, so I was all
Yeah.
by myself.
So is there a place
no,
that you guys
because
prefer?
it was snowing that year and because I had sick. I think I had good reasons for not going that year.
Sure. Anyway, is there a place you prefer for pizza?
Where do we usually go?
I don't know.
The
We usually
pizzeria?
find the first place that's there because we don't want to walk all the way down to
by
the.
Spicy's,
It's by Spicy's.
like a block or two down from.
Because we don't walk
Spicy's.
all the way down
okay.
to We won't walk all the way down
Is
to.
there one called Brothers or something?
Yeah.
Is that where we go?
Three Brothers, I think.
Something.
We don't
Brothers?
walk over. We don't walk
okay,
down
that
to
sounds cool.
Sawmill. Sawmill's like all the way.
Oh, okay.
We actually
We did
last year myself, Kelsey, and Mess the Beams. Carl came to like watch the plunge, and we got a drink afterwards at
Oh,
Sawmill.
that's cool.
Cool.
I don't know
I
if he's
always say
coming
I'm
this
going to
year.
bring alcohol.
How's
I
he
don't.
doing? Obviously he's still local. He's staying. He had a
Freehold.
baby, right?
Yeah. No. Oh, you're thinking of Mike.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of
Carl
Mike.
doesn't have
No,
baby
I'm
yet.
thinking of Mike. I was thinking of Mike. I was thinking of Mike.
Yeah, no, Mike has another baby
No.
on the way.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
he's number 2 on the way. But,
Whoa, that's awesome.
no, so
Congratulations, Mike.
we'll be doing the plunge.
That was Rivka, my bad. I was thinking of the wrong person.
It'll be interesting. It'll be a nice little plunge. We'll see.
Enjoy.
They're letting you on the. They're
Are
letting
you
you
gonna? That's what I said. Are you gonna chase him down to the water with a towel and then miss him on the way in?
They technically don't let you.
Good.
Pull Sarah.
You
So-
just watch him like going around freezing. You just like he's behind you.
So
You're
they
like, I don't know where
technically
you are, I
don't
know where you are. Just
let you on the beach unless you're like you can sneak on the beach, but they try not to let you on unless you're actually a plunger.
plunging. Okay. I'm
There's
the
so
space
many
is
people
limited.
anyways,
Or
yeah.
there's a different
But the-
entrance for those who are not plunging technically.
But they are letting you on the beach early now. Like so, you used to have to wait till like 12, 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
For, and the
Because the
plunges
plunge is
at
at 1.
Now because there's usually such chaos, and some people don't get on the beach
Mm.
because you're so packed up. Like if you try like when they call you to start going to that beach, you better be going to that beach. Like if you're like
Right.
5 minutes behind, you're not getting on when they let people go plunge.
Okay.
So now they're letting people go on the beach at 11:30 a.m.
Okay.
It's
I ain't
11. It's 11:30.
What's that?
I thought it was 11. I don't know why.
No,
It's
11:30.
Okay.
But I'm not going to stand at the beach from 11:30 till 1.
No, that's what are you gonna do?
Like,
No.
What are you gonna do? Just stand there?
Especially if you
in the
can't like
cold?
tent it
Yeah.
out. You know, like where you bring like a little tent or something just to get because the wind alone
So-
is gonna is gonna be
Yeah,
killing
Yeah,
everyone.
no, I'll be cold enough. I'm good. So yeah, it'll be. We do the plunge.
So you going for moral support? Yeah, my man,
the
he's
plan.
plunging.
That's the
plan.
plan.
So the first year we
nice.
were together.
Unless
she-
you're sleepy, then you're sleepy.
well, the first year we were together, you did it. You did not do it. You came and watched, right?
The very first year you did it with your sister
Yes, I know.
because it was her birthday, and I didn't go at all.
Oh, that's
You didn't go at all.
The next year I attended because
But you didn't
I
go in?
was getting over the flu.
Yeah, but you didn't go in.
Correct.
And
And,
then you
then
finally
I
went in.
took the plunge, literally.
Nice. I'll never come up from that one.
Well, it's my sister's. My sister's.
And then I've done it. How many of these I have? I think I've got 4 or 5 sweatshirts.
Yeah,
so
it's my sister's
Nice.
birthday today. Well, it's Friday,
Oh wow.
the 21st.
We
So-
should have called her up. Said happy
we
birthday
did
on
before
the
you
air.
guys got here.
No, I'm saying on the air. That would have been cool.
So yeah, yeah, one year she was here in New Jersey. We
Have
took her for the
you
plunge.
Polar Bear Plunge at all ever? No.
I am not
This'll be-
cold.
This would be Vinatelli's first year doing it, and he doesn't really like the
Oh, that's
ocean.
right.
Well, he's like,
V-Rock
I
it?
like the ocean, but I don't like putting my head under it. So you put your head under the water, so.
Yes. Go V
That's
Rock.
kinda how the
But I
Polar
think
Bear
for
Plunge
like
works.
a quick
Please,
moment,
you
know,
guys
you're
don't
in there
actually
for
have
10
like
minutes.
long hair.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal for you guys to put your head under the water
doesn't
because
have
it's
any
dry
hair.
in like 2 seconds.
That's not true. The hair
But
protects
first of
your
all,
head.
you
This
don't
is
know how
very
cold your
it's
head
sensitive.
dry.
No. You don't know how cold your
No.
head gets.
It's way better with the hair.
Yeah, way better.
Okay, well then tell me an hour later when I'm still sitting here with wet hair.
Yeah.
and you guys
Listen,
are
I will tell you, but I can't.
One of us-
because
because he doesn't have any hair.
One of us has had hair and been bald, so I've experienced both.
your hair
Two
was
of
like
us.
yay big.
No, my hair was. I'll show you pictures. I had some big hair.
No, I had big hair.
I had
You
big hair
had
too.
crazy
No.
hair.
Big
I-
hair.
I
Like,
will
get
spiky.
out of here.
No, but it was big. It was long.
Maybe. It's possible.
seen
Look at my
baby
college
pictures,
graduation.
dude.
Look at
You're
my
like
college
never.
graduation picture.
I always saw short hair with him, except for when he spikes it up.
Did you see my college graduation picture?
I don't know. I believe
I
you
will show it
graduated.
to
I
you.
believe
That
you.
was some long hair.
I mean, yeah.
Well, long
It was
spike.
pretty long.
I'll
Yeah,
pull
are
it
you
up.
gonna-
I
are you
got
gonna
that hard
spike up
drive
little
back
man's
there.
hair?
He's got my hair. I don't know if it would work for Declan.
You have to.
He
mohawk
does.
it
He
pretty
does
soon.
not have.
He's got my
So
hair.
Declan does not have the Italian like my hair always grows fast. Like
Not
even
Declan's,
now
yeah.
it grows fast, just not
Just
in the
not
right
everywhere.
area.
He's
Yeah.
got my color, my lighter.
He's got-
dirty blonde hair with,
Yep.
and my hair's always grown slow, and it's very fine.
Yeah.
Very
He's
thin,
gonna
very
look like he
fine.
belongs in
He's
California
got
with
my
that
Kelsey's
hair.
hair grows super slow, and Declan's he's 18 months. His hair's like
Have you got his
Doesn't-
haircut
doesn't-
ever?
no,
No.
No.
nope.
No, and I was just at Melinda's tonight, and she's already given James his first haircut.
Yeah,
Luke-
James's
James is
hair
going to
was
be
long.
one next week.
My guys got their haircut late as well. Speaking of which, I gotta take him to Scott's to get his haircut. It's done now. It's great.
You know, like he had that slick look going on.
No, it looks good, but he has to do it every morning. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to comb it every morning. Oh, this look looks fine. It
he
dries
just
okay. He
short it
doesn't wanna
out,
do it.
just short hair.
No, he doesn't want to do that at all. He does not want to.
What's
do
his
it short
plan?
Again. What? He has no plan. His plan is
What
to
do you mean he has
never
no
comb
plan?
his hair ever again.
But then what is he
So he
going to
just fits in
tell
with his
Scott
generation.
to do?
Yes,
when he
100%.
does-
just fits in
Well,
with
that's
his
what he said.
generation.
He goes, Dad, nobody combs their hair. It looks like everybody comes in with bad hair.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
like, yeah,
tell.
but I don't care about everybody else.
We
Yeah,
can tell.
yeah, we could tell.
No
I look
kidding,
at
buddy.
Dominic.
Oh, he's the same way.
Yo, both my nephews have like. Well, Logan cuts his hair short now sometimes, but
Yeah.
Dominic's hair is like
Dom-
out of control.
Well,
His hair's
Brandon's
long,
busts
though,
and
isn't
stuff.
it?
Yeah,
His hair's
yeah.
long,
Grows
long,
out.
long.
Dominic needs a brush.
No.
We should have gotten him a brush for Christmas.
We'll get him up for his graduation.
Nice.
There we go.
We'll get him up for graduation.
8th grade?
We'll get him multiple.
For
so
Logan?
just keep one
No,
everywhere.
I'm saying Logan, 8th grade this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
So they're
Dominic
both
was
graduating.
Dominic will be college bound.
Wow. It's a big year. High school
Boy.
and college at the same time.
And we're supposed to be flying out to Missouri.
Izzy got measured up, and she takes her cap and gown tomorrow. Picture. I am not.
How are
ready.
you feeling about that?
Horrible. I am not
They do.
ready.
We're supposed to be
I
flying
am
out to
not
Missouri
ready
for
at
this
all.
too, and there's like 8 bazillion plane crashes. I'm like, I'm good. I don't really want to fly.
Seriously. So my
There's another one today.
one of my staff is graduating with his master's degree
Because of the win?
out of Boston. So I really want to go support him, and it's in May, and I'm like, am I gonna drive? Like, do I want
Boston's not that bad to
Boston's
drive.
not that-
though.
not
still
bad drive.
5.5 hours, 6 hours?
No.
We've made that
Boston?
drive to Vermont.
Massachusetts?
I've done Boston
And
like
to West
4.5
Virginia.
hours.
Really, Boston?
Really?
Still far. So you drive, and I'll just
He'll fly and wave to you as he flies over.
Fine.
No, I mean I could
Wave to you
drive.
as the plane crashes.
I could drive.
In May?
Yeah,
Better not be when I'm going away.
we already talked about this. We've already had this conversation. It's the 5th or whatever. You're going at the end of May. You said.
Yes.
Yeah, mid to
Memorial
end.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine. I got you covered.
In case anybody's wondering about our schedules.
Yes.
Boom.
That's why you
Because
come. That's why you
That's
come
the
to this
riveting
podcast.
podcast. Yes. It's
You
to know
come to
about
know
the
when we're
Zappos
going
schedule.
away. Whatever.
Yes, to learn about what we're doing, which
Not
is
just our
the
schedule.
the
Nick's
Polar
schedule.
Bear
Yeah,
Plunge, which is
my
awesome.
schedule doesn't change.
I am
usually.
not a polar bear plunger. When I'll lower the water in the shower a couple times as close as I get.
I have to
Like,
decide.
Yeah, exactly. I
good.
did my plunge a couple weeks ago when our
It
water
doesn't-
heater broke.
no, it's not the
When
same
you what?
thing.
When our water heater broke.
But done.
I'm done.
That's exactly.
So you had
I
to
did
take
it
a
for
cold
the year.
shower,
Done.
right? Yeah.
I took a cold
I
shower.
have
I
to
had to wash
decide,
my hair. Never. I was
I have to decide
miserable.
what
No
Crocs
thanks.
to wear.
Not doing that again. Yeah.
You have to decide what Crocs to wear.
No, I
Crocs
realized
am I
how
gonna
much
wear
I actually
tomorrow?
hated
Well,
the plunge.
what's
I'm like,
the
oh.
outfit going to look like as you go to the beach?
I've
though?
got to
That's kind of
figure
important.
out.
We need to
if
know
I
that the
wanna get-
outfit, and then we can
this
choose
is
the
another thing.
Crocs.
The insurance on my water heater. I don't know if I want to get that or not. Nicole asked me. about
So
that.
I'm gonna the outfit. I usually wear my big comfy, like that big fluffy sweatshirt. So I'll have that in some capacity.
What color is it?
That one's just gray. The thicker
Okay,
one's
so
gray.
that makes it easy to match any Crocs with it, though.
So, but no, but I actually plunge it as a bathing suit.
Duh. He runs in there with the fluffy thing on.
No, I mean, well, people have costumes like crazy. So
Oh, I've heard. Yeah.
Well, I think it'll be fun. You already raised some good amount of donations, which is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. There was a donation. Oh, you know what we should have done? Should have put a link to that in the podcast.
You still can.
you know, I registered.
You can
I
still
did.
donate even after because today the podcast is dropping the day after.
No,
the
but
plunge.
you can put it on one of our shorts before today.
I no, it doesn't matter.
But the plunge is tomorrow in our
I-
real time.
I,
we don't post any other shorts until
Just
next
post
week.
one saying donate Polar Bear Plunge. Done.
So
We'll have to see how well
I
the
registered
donations go
later
for.
than I normally do this year.
Mm.
So, but conveniently, Kelsey's not plunging, and yet all those donations she normally would have gotten didn't come my way.
Interesting.
You didn't have your folks donate in your husband's experience?
Wow.
Nothing to say.
And the shadow half is
Support
silent.
my husband. He's amazing.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's
Just don't sing
really
like that,
more
please.
of his people voting to me. So
Yeah, it is true.
It's there's nothing to come from my side.
Oh,
anyway,
Nicola
Boo.
Migliaccio donated to
There you
me.
Oh, good
Aw.
job, Nick.
There you go.
Very good.
So, speaking of making the plunge, we're gonna plunge into Steve's dating life as we take on this fantastic new challenge.
No, we're actually talking about
So, Steve, do you want to
No,
talk
we're
about
not
this
actually
challenge?
talking about this.
We
This
are.
is not podcast appropriate.
Yes, it is. What?
this. We can make it podcast
All right.
appropriate.
We
I
yeah,
guess.
super
If you
clean.
so desire.
We're gonna have
I
a
kind of don't.
You have
but-
fun with that, guys.
fun time. Kelsey's gonna help with it. You should be the fourth person. We need 4 people. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
this will
first let's
work out.
explain.
No, thank you.
You know, it'd be funny if she got the best results because who's gonna understand
That
better
would
than
be
she
funny.
would?
But first, let's explain to the poor people who have no idea what we're talking about.
Okay. So, a couple of us are going to get together and navigate 3 separate dating apps in an effort to try to find a good, suitable date for Steve, someone that he'll have a good time and get along with, and
A
all that
spouse.
good stuff. I didn't say
Basi-
spouse. Wow, that's crazy.
Basically, what this all amounts to is that I am was not good enough at doing it myself, at finding a
Online,
significant other
on
for
the
myself.
internet.
Yeah, on the internet. Yeah, yeah.
Apparently, I'm just not up to snuff. So I have 3 volunteers that have jumped at the chance. It's literally jumped at the chance.
No, we just want to make it to a
create
competition.
some dating profiles.
Exactly.
They really just want to have a competition.
We just wanna
and
have-
I'm just caught in the middle of
The
it.
spirit of
Can
competition.
we somehow make this like we just did the?
So if
football
you're
pool?
looking for
Can
love
we-
too,
like
Who can
tiers
get
and
a-
levels.
What gibbet is this for? The heart gibbet? We should have a heart.
Do we have
gibbet.
one?
I'll have to look and see about the ones that Lily got us for Christmas.
Yeah, it has to be one we have already.
Yeah.
It's got to be one we have already.
I agree.
Yeah. Either
I'm
the
sure
heart
there's got to be
one or
something
a really cool
in
one.
there.
There
There's
are
so
awesome
many-
ones in
which,
there.
by the way, we still got to get more gibbet challenges. But anyways, yeah,
It's on the agenda.
online dating.
A gibbet for
is a
every
pretty
date
thing.
that we win.
Yeah,
so
right,
we get rid of a
exactly.
couple of them.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So,
But yeah, online dating is a big thing nowadays, apparently. Like, because there's
I
a
have
lot
friends,
more introverts.
and you have friends that actually got
nowadays.
married. Through
Yeah,
the
well, it's.
online
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like it's the only.
It's generational now. Yeah.
It's very hard to meet people once you're outside. If you're not into certain scenes,
like outside of college. It's
Yeah,
tough. Like,
once you're outside.
Although
of that.
you know what's funny is that if you look into some studies, which seeing as I started to do online dating, I kind of researched about it a little bit because I had never done. Oh God, because I had never done it before. So I looked into it, and believe it or not, the younger generation, so not Gen Z. What's the generation after Gen Z?
Yeah, no, I know.
Double A.
Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
They're getting.
They're starting to move away from it.
Yep.
They're starting to move away from it because it became very what's the word I'm
Toxic.
looking for? Yeah, that's a good word for it. It became very toxic. It became
Well,
very like
they're moving away from a lot
It was
of
a
things.
competition of just like only like the top 1% of guys would actually ever get any results. Like as it turns out, and
So
the
you-
same thing by
got
the
it.
way. Yeah,
So
no.
it's
Get outta here.
interesting.
Top
to,
1%, buddy.
it's
Absolutely
interesting
not.
to read.
Yes, he is.
Like so when I way before I met my wife, and when I was still living at the condo, I got the book Modern Romance, which is actually required in psychology classes. And it's amazing how like all those studies now that they did, we're talking years later, and like some things have changed and some things haven't.
So
Yeah,
what
that's
stayed the
interesting.
same? Do you remember anything?
What stayed the same was when the cultural studies stayed mostly the same. Like Japan's still struggling when it comes to like
Marriage and
and
family growth.
families.
Yeah.
Japan is struggling.
They've
They've been
struggling
for
a long
interesting.
time.
I
You
didn't
can
look into
actually
other
get-
countries really.
You can actually get right now, which is in the
Yeah,
last
a grant.
2 years, a procreation visa.
I'm sorry,
Oh, to
what?
go there to have a family.
Yes,
Yep.
to go there and
Yeah, they
meet
have
somebody.
government incentives to
Yeah,
get married and
they
have a
have
family
incentives,
there.
yeah.
They even teach
Wow.
classes on like
Why
the
is it
benefits.
so tough to
because
to do
people
that?
don't want.
Well, they went through a number of reasons why, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it is that they feel it's a hassle. A lot of folks.
They work. They
They
like to
work,
come
they go home.
Video games was a huge thing because they like,
Yeah.
Even more so in Japan than in America.
and the general male population is not
To the point where I'm surprised the government hasn't even cut it off. at the
But
beginning.
culturally too, like they're not. They don't like men won't like if you're at a restaurant or a bar and you see a girl that's
They won't
attractive
approach.
to you, they won't approach. Culturally, it's rude. They think it's rude. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
men
yeah.
are like sensitive about it. So like when an American comes over and they're just like they'll walk.
Yeah,
right
they
up.
jump right in.
They'll walk right up and like turns out Japanese girls tend to like that.
They tend to like anyone that approaches them. It's like we've been
but-
sitting here all day. No one even
So
approached
one's done
us.
this
that
yet.
hasn't
Yeah.
changed. That hasn't changed. When they polled younger, so at the time the book was written, they polled like younger. So like our generation doesn't. If you're gonna break up with somebody, you want to do it face to face. If you've been with them for a little bit of time,
Yeah.
younger generations
Yeah.
are like no text message. Don't want to. Don't want to have to engage. Like, why would you want to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation? And you're like, wow,
'Cause
but
they're
that's,
cowards.
That's like, so it's interesting to see like the differences. But like Steve was saying, it always trends weird because like
Yeah, now it's trending away from it
now
now,
they're
yeah.
going away from it. Just like you watch younger generation like hard work. Like sometimes, like tryhards, right? You probably heard that term, tryhards,
Yes.
amongst
Sports.
like certain
Games,
generations
yeah.
use that word try hard. Oh, he's a try hard. But now it's shifting again where the younger guys like, no, man, I'm gonna work hard. Like, so it's
Which is
weird.
good.
It's weird to see like,
Yeah.
we want that.
but
It's-
every I feel
well,
like
they always
every,
say everything is cyclical,
yeah,
right?
every
So
generation
it's
kind of
coming
rebels
out.
against the generations before it,
Yeah.
where they're like, oh, you do it that way. Wow.
We're gonna do it the
That
opposite
explains
way.
a lot of what we're into right now, right? I feel
Yeah.
like it's a big rebellious movement going on, so that makes sense.
But a lot
Cool.
of the younger generations, like the people in like the first and second, third, fourth, that grade, aren't following the trends of like the kids that are in high school now.
Which is a good thing
So
because
That's interesting.
it was trending pretty badly for a while there.
it's interesting. It's fascinating.
Still is a little
know.
bit. No, it's fascinating how the trends come and go. And, obviously, I'm not like a big proponent of online dating. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm all for it, gung-ho for it. Like, I'm all in. But I will say there are some merits to it. There are some situations where it is appropriate. And there's some situations where it's just full-on out of control.
Well,
And
the merits and the drawbacks. So they talk about that too in the book. The merits and drawbacks of like modern dating.
Yeah.
And modern was like this is like 2010.
Yeah.
But but the drawbacks are one of the merits are you can meet a wide range of people.
Yeah.
Because normally, like in our grandparents' generation, it was your neighborhood.
Yeah.
The drawbacks, however, what happens is because the pool is so large that oftentimes, like if you're on a date with somebody, you're also like, I wonder if I could meet.
Yeah,
What else is
you're
out?
always
You're always
wondering.
It puts
What else
there's
could
a
I-
big group like that's
crazy
one of
big
the
net.
things that men did wrong with it is men are like, oh, I can get a whole bunch of girls now. Now I have my
Well, I would
stable.
think
But
now I
even-
have
sides.
my
But even when you're
side
talking to
chick,
somebody,
have
you're
a
like-
side chick, and it's like,
But
But I
Both
think
sides
you're
do
seeing
it.
it on both sides,
sides
though,
do it.
because
Yeah.
you would see a lot of these interviews, and I think you guys said it right, folks. They're not even casting a net; they're like single lining it out there and expecting to get the perfect catch. And it's like there is no non-perfect or perfect catch, just great
always
catches
found-
out there, and
what I
then you
always-
grow together.
Yeah.
like
What I
that's what a
always- what I
relationship
always found
is. You grow
interesting-
together.
Because I did the dating apps before I met my wife way back. What I always found interesting was like the, I guess double standard would probably be the best way to put it.
Okay.
Where, like there are a plethora of girls that would put. So like you couldn't be shallow, right? They would say you're shallow,
Okay.
but girls would literally put. And I as a short man, obviously,
6 foot minimum.
so they would put minimum
Oh.
height requirements.
Yeah.
That's still
right
a regular
there
thing.
in their profile, like minimum, under 5'8", don't message me, and
And
you're like,
I've seen it.
you're like,
I've seen
oh,
it.
it exists,
I've
and
seen
you're
it.
like,
Yep.
but if a man were to put like
That in their bio. Yeah.
any type of physical requirement in their bio, then you're chauvinistic, you're shallow, you're
I've got you for a week, buddy.
you're only, you know what I'm saying though, like we're like,
Requirements entered.
who,
Requirements entered.
but you would never
Filters
like,
adjusted.
you would never like if somebody was coming up
we're
to talk to
sniping.
you.
We're sniping.
You
I
wouldn't be
can't
like,
wait. It's
don't
gonna be
talk
so
to me, you're
funny.
too short. Like,
No, because I hate that. I'm not trying to say guys versus girls, but I think guys are a little bit more open to. I just want someone to talk to and see where it goes. Let's have a good time. Let's have some fun and see what happens. And when so I think they're a lot more open than some women would be.
Well,
now,
I mean,
I'm not saying
most
all
studies-
women. I have a lot
most
of
studies
friends that
have
are
shown
open.
that men are happier in long-term relationships than women.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
And,
I'm not saying all men though, but
no, but
Oh yeah, there are some that abuse it for sure, without a doubt. But that
I
that's
also think
both sides.
men are. This is gonna sound weird. A little bit more needy too. Where I mean, a man wants to be in a relationship more often than a
They
woman.
kinda
a
crave
woman
that,
can kind of
right?
yeah, I want to be
Some
in one, but
don't,
I'm
some
fine
don't.
not being in one. Where a
Right,
guy's
yeah.
like, no, I'd like to be in some kind of relationship. I think so more often than not. In
Well,
scenarios
that
I
went
see.
away for a little while too. Like that kind of trended away. Like especially with
Well, I think when
the like I guess I kind of am part of Gen Z, but I'm also kind of not. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm in like that kind of weird fluctuation.
well, it
spot.
ties back to that hassle thing. Like if you're gonna give me a hassle, if this is gonna become a difficult thing,
well, you're like,
then no.
I think Nick is still in there, but I'm like, I'm a Xennial, like an elder millennial. That's like the generation I fall into. So like we're millennials, but we're like right on the cusp of like
Right.
not, because I still grew up without the internet. I still grew up without
Me
like,
too, yep.
So it's a weird mix.
So am I straight up a millennial? No.
no,
No.
You're
a baby
Xennials.
boomer.
What is that?
You're closer to the baby Xennial, which
yeah,
is like an elder millennial.
like the boomers was my parents' generation rolling into mine.
yeah. I'm more Xennial, but
There you go.
it's interesting. Like,
Yeah, I didn't have smartphones.
I didn't either when I was a kid either.
No,
Yeah, but
no.
it
I'm
was-
saying high school
Oh, high school.
into
it did. Well, It didn't
into
exist.
college, it was a flip phone, and
Well,
you know,
smartphone didn't exist.
AOL was your instant messenger.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well,
Dial up.
You
Right?
know,
All
the
that stuff.
iPhone didn't come out till I was out of college.
Yeah,
And
iPhone.
that was the first
iPhone
real.
was in the
iPhone
early
was
2000s. Yeah.
And that was the first real. What was after 2005?
Listen, the iPod, which was really like their test pilot launch,
I had an iPod.
was the reaction to the Napster
Yep.
push.
I had
Do you know Napster? What that is?
I've heard of it.
Oh, you've heard of it? Yeah, it
I
was
never
basically
saw one
a
or had
private
one, but-
company's
I love
push
Napster.
at
I love Napster.
at sharing audio files, and they
Yeah.
got attacked because they didn't have the licensing for it. But they really set the stage
It
for
was great.
streaming, right?
It was
Streaming
great. Love
audio.
Napster.
Napster was fantastic. Hundreds, if not thousands, of songs through this Napster. What we would call now cloud database.
Well, yes.
And you would download it. The problem was you could download them on your own
Well,
computer.
but the way it
and then
worked
they wouldn't
is
buy the CDs.
The way it worked is it was like an
It was
early,
a shared drive.
but it was
everybody
it was
shared
like
drive.
yeah, it was like an early torrent type thing.
Yep.
So it would make the files. It would divide down into little packets.
Yes.
And that way you can share it. And once you got far enough along, you would share so somebody could download. All
But
the
it got
hours you
huge.
It got huge, but that was the first time that protocol had been really used. Because before that, not to nerd out too much, but we
got to nerd out.
there were FTP sites.
Yep.
You know, file transfer protocol. So there was FTP sites and there was chat rooms you can go into, find an FTP site. You'd have to have an FTP server, and then you could go on to it was complicated to illegally procure things.
Yeah. Well, Napster made
And then
it
Napster
very
made it like
easy.
super easy. It was like
Yeah.
type in what you want. Oh,
But
there
here's
it
the
is.
thing,
Go.
like as a
it also had
downloader,
some
you
things-
didn't think it was illegal because it was part of the app experience. The way
Right,
they
it was just
positioned
there.
it.
Like,
But it was
well, that's the
also-
way they positioned it.
but it was
And then
also
all of a
cool-
sudden you see them getting attacked in the news. You're like,
No, but
oh,
what's
but I have
also-
like 3,000 of those
Delete,
back.
What was also
delete,
cool.
delete, delete.
I don't
No,
know if you
save
ever
on floppy
experienced-
disks.
I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
experienced.
floppy
Floppy
disks.
disks.
Oh my
God,
gosh.
what
I don't know. I
Floppy
don't know if you
disks.
ever experienced, but you could also get
Nostalgia.
Napster. You can get not mainstream. So people like every now and then you stumble across some person's song or something that wasn't like
Yeah, like a local
a
file.
celebrity. Like you
Yep.
find like just
Cool
a band,
stuff. Oh, yeah.
and like there was a.
That's like SoundCloud.
I
now.
still to this day cannot find it, but like the show Iron Chef when it originally was on.
Okay.
And it was on like the Food Network. I don't think it was on the Food Network. It's on one of those weird channels, and it was like all in Japanese, and like did the dub over. So my buddy Husko and I were really into watching it, and it was way before it became popular. And then it was starting to catch on. You know?
Okay.
So there is a group, a band, random find on Napster that Husko and I found, and they sang a whole song about the Iron Chef, and it was not the best singing. I'll tell you that right now.
But it was funny.
But the lyrics are on point. It's like the Iron Chef is cooking up something, and we're like, this is amazing. So I had that file forever.
Well, just the
and
way you were
then-
singing it sounds like a Power Rangers
and
entrance.
then I
You would
got
love
rid of it. And then that's what I'm saying. Never before tasted outside a kitchen stadium. And that was the whole. It was so good. And then they would go through each chef. They would name each chef.
I
and they
used to
would go
watch
through,
Iron
Oh
Chef.
yeah,
I
they would
love
go
that
through all
show.
the Masahiro Morimoto.
Yeah.
Was like one. So they would go through each chef and the lyrics.
Their
and
names,
you're like,
nice.
couldn't tell
Can't
you.
find it.
Yeah, but it was just a random Napster find.
Oh, that's super funny.
Oh, yeah.
we were watching the Cake Wars tonight. Actually, it's super. Where you have to see what it like, which one is cake and which one
Yeah.
is real.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. yeah.
Oh my God, it's intense.
it
Kids
cake?
love it. Yeah, is it cake? Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
cake.
And
That's
they
actually
made
really hard.
it was meals tonight. They were making
They look
like
like cake
a
at all.
Thanksgiving dinner. It was the turkey, the ham.
it's cool.
It was
Yeah.
really difficult to try to figure it out.
Man, yeah.
You
There's
know?
some good. There's some good shows out there.
Oh yeah.
It's just
But I remember now. The Napster was great.
generationally we grew up in just a different time. So it's
Yeah, I mean, I had beepers. Do you ever even own a beeper? No,
No.
You
But
no
when you-
need it for one. No need for
But
one.
when you think about it, so like we were amongst the first generations to experience, psychologically speaking, what's called emerging adulthood, which is so the way it's explained in the book is emerging adulthood is that period of time where like you live on your own, like let's say in your 20s, right? Because what our parents' generation and particularly our grandparents, like
Yeah, you're
we're
out
talking
by
you and
like 15 years old.
no, but when you're out, you're usually. So what usually happens is you're out, but you're out because you're married,
Okay, or working.
But generally, like our grandparents' generation, they moved out for the first time when really they were like married. Maybe they went to college, but when they first time they got a place,
Grandparents, yes.
especially females.
Yeah.
A female in our grandparents'
I'd have
generation, females almost always moved out for
Okay.
the first time on their own
Yep, I could buy
when
on
they
that.
got married.
I could buy that.
For
the men,
grandparents, yeah.
I have to check. Don't forget, my family's from Italy, so
Yeah.
they went to the military. That's when they moved
Right,
out.
right.
And my grandfather was,
But what I mean by like emergent adult is like this, like take me for instance, at 25, living on my own condo, no relationship, no just
Yep.
living an adult life. But it gave people time to develop psychologically speaking without like somebody with them.
And you see, like you and I came at a time where that was also affordable.
Right.
To
Well,
do
that's
that.
fading now.
Like
Again, it's a
now we're
fading
back
thing.
at this scenario
a
where
fading thing.
guys are ready to figure, to have that same experience you had, and
A lot harder.
yeah, it's way more difficult right now, unless you're a lot less selective on your options, but then it becomes downright
But I
uncomfortable,
feel
and
like
you'd rather not
I
even
feel
go.
like it gets cyclical though, because like
Everything's cyclical. Yeah. We'll see. I think, I do think things will level out here. I hope in the next, year and a half, and then you'll start seeing that again. Yep. I mean, I was out of the house, at 18 for college, came back for like a year and a half, and then, I got married young, 23 years old. I was married and out, never came back in.
I also think people don't like. I was fortunate that I was able to do it just by myself, but a lot of people, and my cousin's a little bit older than me, did it first with roommates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just
that's
kick it
big.
off with roommates, which
Because
I
the kind of
Roommates
love.
is huge right now.
I love
Yeah.
roommates in college
Because
like, that
the
was fun.
combined income can help them actually afford
100%.
a place.
And there is a lot more places now renting, instead of renting the place, they renting the rooms.
The rooms, yep.
So you
Right,
could
just
have like
the
a
room.
3-bedroom house, and they won't rent you the house. They'll rent a room, saying, "Hey, we have 3 other subleases there.
Yep.
You'll be the 4th or whatever it is.
Right,
and you'll
right,
get a
exactly.
room, and then it's community kitchen, living room, whatever."
Yep.
And that's more popular now from an affordability perspective than you just trying to rent a
I
condo.
mean, I never minded having roommates. You learn a lot about somebody when you live with them. Like, I found in college, I got I lived with somebody I'd known my entire life, and we found out real quick. Like, we lived together for a couple of years, and then we came to the stark conclusion we are wonderful friends, but we are not great living
We're not
together.
live together
Well, we have
compatible.
complete opposite. Like I'm a slow roll when I wake up in the morning. Like I like to get up. I like to
Take your time,
I'm
yeah.
not a turn on metal music and blast at the top of my
And I'm up. Yeah.
So who I live with was he would turn on he'd be 6, 7 in the morning out of bed. All right.
Yeah, see, what is the point of
The
that,
music.
though?
I'm like,
I don't understand.
it's
Why
too much
people
for
do
me.
that?
Everybody,
Everybody's
because if
different.
they're in the morning, they're up. Like, this keeps me up. I'm up. It sets the tone for me.
Yeah,
It doesn't have
is
to be
it-
heavy
is
metal,
it
it could be
them
any
trying to
music.
keep themselves awake? Like, I don't
No.
get it.
I mean, everybody's
So
different.
I'll tell you, I'm not a morning person, but in my career, I've become a morning person, and I think that I need to set the if I get up and I go downstairs early, I like to put on a little bit of music. The lights are on. I'm letting the dog I have to set the stage of I'm up now, because if I don't, then I'm slow. I'm a little slower.
Some
I
people
need
do
to set
that. Some people
stage.
do that with bed though too. Like they like music when they're going to bed. I gotta have
Yeah.
it on.
Some people
I'm
put the
I'm
It's
TV
got to
when
be
they go to
pitch
bed.
black. You know,
Yeah.
you need those darkening. You need to.
Yeah,
to
for
set
me, it's
that
got to be
stage.
pitch black. Yeah, definitely.
See, I
Gotta
always
be
have
pitch
a
black.
TV
Gotta
on before
be.
I go to
No,
bed.
me too.
I like a little TV before.
Not at home.
Or I read.
I don't. But if I'm on a trip,
Reading's better for you.
it's so weird. If I'm in a hotel, I'll leave the TV on the whole night.
Yeah,
But at home, I don't.
I'm
at all.
always interested when people because they always do those things on blue light and how that doesn't let you sleep and this and that.
It might be true.
Well, there's always truth to some aspects,
Yeah.
but I can tell you firsthand. I grew up I can watch. I can look at my phone, put it down, and go right out. I have no problem falling asleep.
Yeah.
It does not bother me.
There are
in the
times where I
least.
have trouble falling asleep.
Me too.
Depends on what the
I
day
think
I have.
everybody has that. There's days obviously I have trouble, but for the most part I can fall asleep.
Listen, don't complain. That's a great thing.
But
If you're a good
See,
sleeper,
I
Luca's a
am-
phenomenal sleeper.
Yeah,
Luca?
he's good. He passes out. You said.
Oh, amazing. Yep.
I am a morning person, but even
You're
but-
definitely not a night person.
No, I'm not a night person at all. But I am a morning person. But even I don't like blast music. in the
Everybody's
morning.
different, though.
Like
No, not blast music. I put it on
My-
on.
my
I
mom's
just
a-
get up and I'm up.
My mom's a morning person, and both my sister and my dad were night people. So like, I was a morning person early on, and then my mom thought she another morning person in the house, and then I'd say about 8th grade hit when I discovered
Teenager years.
I discovered Conan O'Brien, and I started staying up late watching Conan.
You done.
And then that was it.
Sure,
And
blame
then
Conan over.
Conan was
like,
a fan favorite.
I'm
of
like
mine
a
too.
weird
He's
I don't mind mornings. I don't mind nights. I mean, I'm more of a night owl, but my job lends to it too now.
I
'cause, yeah,
used to
yeah,
be, and again, maybe it's
get
because of the
home.
restaurant, but I used to like I thrived in the night. Even my better ideas came at night. Like whenever I was, planning or thinking about something in the morning, I just couldn't. I can get up and do my day, but creative thinking always at night.
Yeah,
Creative thinking was always later.
It's such an
Creative thinking is in the
interesting-
morning usually.
Yeah.
So by morning person, I don't mean that I can get up at like crack of dawn, 4 a.m. and then go get going. Like I don't mean I can do that, but I just find I have more energy in the morning.
Yeah, see, I like nighttime, but
I
I think
definitely when it's nighttime, I just want to go to
I
bed.
think it's because of the dojo, because I'm
Tired.
my work schedule. I come home and then like I'm still wound up a little bit, and then I gotta eat something, and it's like I'm not gonna go right to bed.
I guess it's the opposite for me. The dojo just when I'm done with the dojo, I'm like, I want to go home and go to bed.
Yeah, when I help out on Saturdays, if some Saturdays, not all the time, but some Saturdays, I'll go home and I'll take
I'll
like
take a
a
nap.
20-minute power
Me
nap.
Yeah, I'll
too.
take a nap. I'll go home and take a nap.
Opposite for me. I do like 2 hours.
I'll go home and take a
I
nap.
wish I had 2 hours.
I don't know. I guess it's just I'm so used to getting home from work and eating
And then
and
crash.
going to bed.
Yeah, I don't
that's
mind.
just what
I'll
do.
take a nap some Saturdays. And like,
That's true.
yeah, but it's like a weird and it's weird like working out. So like, I like to do my runs earlier in the day, but like growing up, I almost always trained at night. So it's
Oh,
like
me
a
too.
Oh,
weird-
I prefer morning
So, like,
training so much.
I like to run in the morning, but I noticed like I could bang out push-ups at night so much better than I could do in the morning. Like running, I think because I've always kind of like as soon as I was out of school, running happened in the morning. And every race you do, it's in the morning. And, like that's always a morning thing. So like Kelsey won't run it.
That's true.
Kelsey only runs at night. She doesn't. She hates morning stuff.
So we have to put all this stuff in Steve's dating apps.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like
That's it.
that's what's that's one of the I'm
Like
not gonna
to
make it as an
run.
excuse, but it's one of the aspects that's made dating a little difficult for me is my work schedule. Like I work at times where that's when most people are home, winding down, and me and him are like we're just getting our day started, and like our work
Yeah.
day at least, our work.
Yeah,
day
but
at
you get.
least.
I mean, I never. I mean, weekends.
I know it's never
no.
stopped you. Weekends
no,
don't.
but
Weekends are open fine,
Weekends
yeah.
are normal. And most dates are Fridays or Saturdays.
Again,
Most dates, yes.
at my dating ages, I was
Restaurant.
working until 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have weekends either. I had the
Hey,
weirdest
they
days.
just, they just have.
I had
to
Mondays
make
and
the
Tuesdays.
sacrifice.
You can always make
You
it
know?
work. I mean,
They just have to make the sacrifice. That's
And
all.
they did.
but you also have to.
Yours did.
But you also
We had
have
a good time.
You also have
Yours
to
made the
compromising too.
sacrifice.
Like
Steve
even
had trouble.
you also have to compromise too, though, because even if you're like tired, like there's plenty of times I'm tired, but like okay,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go
yeah,
meet
yeah.
somebody.
Oh,
at,
if it's
like,
worth it, yeah. If the person you
Well,
want
that's
to go see
the
is
ready.
worth it,
You
yeah.
just hit relationships on the head. Compromise.
Yep.
Boom. Got to make
There
it
you go.
work.
That's what it all is. It's
Gotta
just
make
one
it
work.
compromise.
I've always been more of a night person, I guess.
I think that might help with that, though. Yeah, if I was more of a night person, I think it would probably be a
but I
little
think
better.
because the setup in my household was that way.
Because if you go out at
See, mine
night
was
and
not.
you're completely wiped out and you're tired and you're
Yeah, that's
not
what-
in
that's gonna
it,
be me.
then
Yeah.
they're not going to be in it either.
Yeah.
That's
you
gonna
got to
be
be.
me.
in
Well,
it.
so
Yes,
we
that's-
had like,
yeah, we'll
so
work it
like
out. We'll make
we
it
didn't
happen.
have. I think by the time I was in high school, my parents didn't do a bedtime with us. Like,
Well,
there
no,
was
yeah,
no
same
like
for me.
lights out. But like,
There was no like lights out.
also
Yeah,
like
no.
my mom would go to bed at like a reasonable hour, and then my dad worked overnights. Not overnights per se,
But
He
just
worked-
late into the night.
He
right?
worked from 4 o'clock. Like he would leave the house at like
Until, like,
4
11.
o'clock, and he wouldn't get home till like 2 in the morning.
Oh wow. Okay.
2, 3 in the morning. So like, by the time I was in high school and kind of old enough, like he'd come in at like that 1:30,
And you'd be
2
walking
o'clock
out?
hour.
High five?
No, we'd have like a snack. 'Cause he'd always get something to eat,
That's cool.
and then we'd have like a snack, or like him and my sister would go out like to a White Castle or something. And
Nice.
sometimes I went, sometimes I didn't. But so it was just like, yeah, we see my dad at like 1:30 in the morning, and then he would sleep during the day when we were in school.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But like that setup, just kind of like I've been doing it for so long
You're used to it.
And I'm also like, I'm pretty good at functioning with like 5 hours sleep.
Yeah,
I think that just comes
I think
as
I
you get
normally
older,
do.
though, right?
Because we get up early with the kids. I'm at 5:30 every day, so and I usually have a hard time going to bed before 11:30. 11:30, 12. Nicole's asleep on the couch, 8:45. Boom, done, and that's like stretching it.
Kelsey takes
It is.
Kelsey takes a power so.
Nicole can't do power naps.
Well, no,
She just falls asleep.
Well,
over.
I could do power naps.
That's kind of
but
what it is.
I just don't
so
feel like
like
they help me.
I know if we sit down on this
After I
couch
wake
at
up,
like
I'm
8
just like,
o'clock.
I feel the same. Got it.
Well, no, I know if we sit down on this couch at like 8 o'clock, Kelsey's out.
Yeah.
So and then she'll sleep till I wake her up to go to the actual bed.
Well, that's Nicole too. That's it. I'll be like, come on, you're tired. Go to sleep. You're not going to be comfortable here. And that's the thing I have to watch with Nicole, because if she goes to sleep on the couch, some nights, if she goes to sleep too early, then it messes her up for regular sleep. Like she'll get up and
And
not
he can't
sleep too
pick her
well.
up and carry her to bed because, much like the flower, his back will go.
We were just
Listen,
talking
my
about
staircase is so steep anyway, and not happening. Nicole weighs almost nothing now, so it's not a big deal. What were we saying?
that. Well,
That flower didn't weigh anything either.
me
remember?
and my dad
That's
were just
true.
talking about the time
Pedal.
that he threw his back out, and then obviously, naturally, the first thing that I do whenever we're talking about people throwing backs out is bring up Nick and him tending to his flowers and throwing his back out.
It
So
was and
that
still
immediately
is
comes
the
up.
weirdest thing ever. Anytime
yeah.
my back injury, it's never in the middle of picking a person up or whatever. It's
It's
silly stuff.
weeding your garden.
That was the bad one. That
my
one
dad
was
threw his back
really
out
bad.
at a very strange moment as well.
Oh.
But I won't say it just in case he wants to come on the podcast and tell the story
Oh,
himself.
all right. Save
I've
it.
So
only
I'll
thrown my
save
back
it.
out twice.
Okay. There you go.
Once I was real young too.
Mine was twice also. Mine was the flower time, and then one other time was about 2 years ago. I can't remember, but that one was a quick recovery. The
I think I
flower one
remember
was
that.
not. That was 3.5, almost 4 months where
I
I
was-
in
That was the
trouble.
first time it happened, right? And it was
did
pretty
it.
bad.
Well, we had Luca's baptism, and I had to wear like the double brace to
The
keep.
brace,
So you'll see like I have like a sweater or so
look like
over the brace. Yeah.
Beefier, you know.
I threw out once when I was like 15 or 16. Throwing a kick.
See, I
And-
think I got into a car accident. Someone hit me, and that's what initiated our issues. They came across
Yeah, that's what
3-lane,
happens, man.
ran into me as we were on the turning lane, and then I was going to see some doctors just to check up, and I think I'm good. I
Yeah.
think I'm good. Then all of a sudden, I played a lot of soccer back then, and after one of the practices, we ran for about an hour and a half or so in the practice, and I had to lay down. I'm just sitting down, my legs up in the my knees up. And I'm like, my back is killing me. And ever since then, my back's been sensitive. But
Yeah.
I didn't throw it out again until the
I strained a lumbar
flower
throwing a
thing.
kick.
you would.
Thank God I didn't
Stop
twist-
being so aggressive.
Thank God I didn't I didn't hurt my knee. My foot stuck to the mat. So so I was throwing like a roundhouse kick. My foot stuck to the mat. So I torqued.
That was
I
Isabella's knee move.
I was like, thank God I didn't blow out a knee, but I strained a lumbar in the back.
yeah.
And I did it once, like doing drills, jumping up and sprinting
Oh, gotcha.
with a couple police officers getting ready for like an entrance exam.
Yep.
No car accident. The only car accident I hit somebody, my first car accident, which was thank God I have a strong neck. That was the first thing I said. It's like, well, good thing you have a strong neck, because it was the older airbags that used to deploy faster.
Oh, yeah, they crack your
They
head
would.
back.
Oh my God. It's like I don't even remember.
well, they were causing more injuries at one point in time than the accidents
They were like,
Yeah,
thank
right?
God you have a
they
strong.
were. No, they really were.
Yeah, I believe you. No, I
well, they
believe you.
slowed down the speed that they explode. So it exploded so fast that all I can tell you, I just remember being back in the chair like, what just happened?
You get knocked out.
Oh, it knocked me fully back. The only thing I had was airbag burn, but like they're like, oh, you have a strong neck, and I was like, all I can think of is like the
Yay.
martial arts.
Thank
like,
God.
Yeah,
everything we
thank
did
you.
in martial arts. I was like, oh God, yeah.
That's crazy. No, that's nuts. When I got hit because we hit from the side, they didn't have the side airbag, so nothing
Yeah,
deployed.
yeah.
And to be honest, in a lot of our cars when I was before I got my own car, when I was driving my mom's car, they had disabled the airbags anyway because my mom was 4'8". So she was so close that they were afraid it would the airbag would kill her.
Yeah.
So we ended
Well,
up
that
having
was-
to get an exception sign, and they would disable.
That was always
the airbag.
the fear too, because like I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
So if you're close to the wheel and that thing goes off,
You're done. Yeah, it's like you're running into issues.
they've slowed them down a lot now.
Yeah, and because there's so many of them, like you don't have just the one big one. You kind of have like the steering wheel one side and ones.
You
Yeah,
got side ones.
So they
you got- they're all different now.
yeah. You basically are surrounded by your bed by the time you're like, done. You
You ever
just
see
pass
the
out.
motorcycle coat ones?
No, but the coat itself puffs up.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, no, I think I have seen it. But
Yeah.
but you have to do something though.
No.
Oh no!
It feels the impact when you're. Yeah.
All you need is one of those
Yeah, it's like
things.
gyroscopic.
Disabling.
And it's just like.
Can you imagine? Like the guy's just he's on his motorcycle, like the kid from
The
Christmas
pilly-
Story,
he's like,
because it went off incorrectly. He's like, someone stopped my bike. Stupid coat went off on its own.
It's like a big marshmallow.
Yeah, I'm the Pillsbury Doughboy. Get me
boing,
out of
boing,
here.
boing.
That's,
Just
that's
bouncing
it,
down
yeah.
the
They
road.
used to be able. You just disable the airbag. So
Yeah.
you know what they do now is the passenger airbags will disable them. Like they'll tell you if it's on or off. And
Yeah.
It'll do by weight in the seat.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
phone,
right.
I used to put my bag there, and it
Yeah.
would beep.
Yep.
Because it wouldn't be a seatbelt. Then
Yep.
I'm like, there's nobody there. So I would seatbelt my bag.
The bag's
I
that
would.
I've done
heavy.
that.
huh?
I've done that. Yep.
Seatbelt the
That really
bag.
does that.
Just to stop the beeping. Yeah, you have to, But yeah, I'm excited. I think we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get you some good dates. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, circling back.
Yeah, we're gonna get you some good dates. Some nice people out there, I'm sure, that are waiting to see.
Yeah,
you.
one mention of him being a
Steve.
Croc enthusiast, though.
Oh, we have to put that in there.
Yeah, I guess we could put that in there. Huh?
And no, what Dave can in his version.
Yeah,
Well, you guys can do whatever you want. Like I said, it's go for it.
If
See
you
what
have
happens.
ideas for what you think we should put in Steve's dating app profile, send them in the comments section. Right? Give us some good ideas. Right?
Sure, these guys could use some inspiration.
Yeah, I'll take it
I
all.
don't
It's all
need
right.
no
We got it.
inspiration.
This guy's writing songs. You're writing. The two of you writing songs and scripts. You got plenty of inspiration. We're fine. We'll make it work.
It's true.
Yeah. If I can make our intro, I could make you a dating app that'll work.
I'm sure. Yeah,
We'll
'cause
make it-
That's
happen.
very,
So
very
similar.
compatible. Yes.
I was-
very
you-
I'm
similar
just gonna
to
put a
each other.
link to a
You
video
know-
I'm gonna make of you.
You know, maybe that makes me thinking like
If you're interested, click on this link.
we were building the postcards for St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
To mail out to people. And Master Paul was like, "Oh, I got this guy on Fiverr doing this and this and this." And he's like, "We're gonna do a St. Patrick's like a buddy day. We're doing a 2-day buddy day." So I don't know if you saw my flyer. There's a pot of gold with a karate belt on it. And there's a leprechaun throwing a karate kick.
I saw it.
So Master Paul, because he's like, "Oh, I'm paying this artist a Fiverr." I was like, so I'm sitting at the desk because he's talking to me, and I have open Chat GPT.
You can just do it.
I
yeah,
wrote
it's
leprechaun
AI,
throwing
yeah.
karate kick, and the image comes up, and I'm like, something like this, and he's like, yeah.
It was that good, that quick.
Save the money.
Chat GPT.
Well, that's every piece of artwork on that flyer.
Is Chat GPT.
I typed in. I was like,
I feel bad for
I was
artists
like,
out there. Sorry.
karate pot of gold. Boom.
Karate belt gold.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and then I
it's
used.
good
I
enough.
did have to take because it always gives you a background. Sometimes I don't want a background, so I had
You
to
take
I
that
did-
out,
I
yeah.
did. That's
It's
what I
easy
did.
to
I took
take
the
out, yeah.
background
All
out.
through the same app or a different app?
No,
I just
you have
did the
to do some
iPhone.
photo editing, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Little bit of
it's not
editing.
that hard anymore with the new iPhones. You just
Are you
press and
using
hold.
Chat GPT or is that what you're using to make the pictures too?
That's how I made the pictures. Yeah.
Oh, cool. What do you have? Is it an app? You have it as an app or are you going on through the desktop version of or the
No,
browser?
just on I have the app on the phone,
Oh, okay.
but they only let you because I
tell
don't
Master
pay
Paul,
for
save
it.
the money.
Yeah, it's like a couple
I
of
don't
things
pay
a
for
month
it.
or
You
something
get
like
like
that.
three, you get like 3 or 4 photo.
Yeah, for like a
creations.
month or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
That's
neat. I mean,
cool.
I gotta say, like,
I didn't see the flyer. Now
and
I
I
want to see it.
changed it. I
It'll
changed
be
that
in there in class
leprechaun.
tomorrow.
I changed that leprechaun 4 times
Yesterday.
because you could just
Yesterday.
tell, like, do it again, do it again, do it again. So I had 4 different leprechauns. I was like, all right, pick one. And he's like, I think I like the one with the beard. But it was like, it was cool because it just kept popping up different.
Well, Luca was using AI generation through Canvas for
Hmm.
school. They were using it in school. So he had typed in like, ninja samurai mask and this really cool, like, blue samurai thing came up and he was so excited to show me. So then I'm like, quick, put in like Ninja Turtle God and see what comes up. And it was, regular Ninja Turtle sitting around with like a religious emblem on or something instead of anything super cool. But what's neat is
But you
that they were
keep
able to
asking-
use it.
But you can keep
Yeah,
asking.
to fine
Yeah, you
tune
can have it do it again,
fine
do it
tune.
again,
asking,
yeah.
do it again, do it again, and it'll keep.
And you can tell to make little tweaks to it
Yep.
as well. It won't come out like it won't take the exact same image and then do the tweaks, but then it'll still like keep the same general concepts.
It's
and then
literally
have
how
the
they
tweak
make
involved.
all Mortal Kombat characters.
I'm very curious. I'm very curious how if the paid version though
Does
gives
better?
Yeah.
I don't see it because the image generator for ChatGPT is called DAL 3, DAL E 3. I think is what it is. DALLE-3. So I don't know if the paid version of that does a better job or not. I think what it is you have unlimited, like you can just keep on telling it to do it again and again and again as much as you want, as opposed to having just you can only do it so much. That's a good question though. We should research if the paid
newest
version is
guy on Mortal Kombat 1, a pink ninja named Floyd. Pink Floyd.
No, yeah, I got it. I was
is
just confused.
the newest. That's their newest secret cat, like the old reptile, where you'd have to like unlock him. That's their new secret ninja in Mortal Kombat 1.
Is
a
Pink
pink a character that looks like a Scorpion or Sub-Zero, but it's like a lighter pink outfit, and he has the mixed abilities of the different ninjas, just like Reptile used to have, where he had everybody else's abilities. And his name is Floyd. It is
great.
It is funny. Well, and again, I'm thinking of that AI generated, like, try another one. Oh, now it's a guy in a pink outfit. With
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true. Because some of them start to look a little.
Well, they are 100%
Now
the
they're
same.
starting to.
I do
to
understand.
change up their looks now.
I do
Big
understand
time. Back
the,
in the original, there was kind of just like, oh, it's the yellow ninja versus the blue ninja.
But I do
Oh.
understand.
They're trying to
Now
save
there's a
on
green
pixels.
one and a
I know.
gray one.
And guess what? You still got excited about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, yes,
But I do understand what
green
artists.
guy.
I do understand what artists are getting like.
big time.
I can understand
Because-
completely.
I mean, it's still
But
it uses other people's
Same thing
artwork
with
to
voiceover
generate-
work.
Oh,
Do you know
yeah.
how many commercials now are on your phone?
Oh yeah.
Through YouTube and Facebook and all those sites. That isn't a real person.
Remember
it's
how I
just
said I
a
wanted to
computer
be a
talking.
voice actor?
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem now.
Yeah, you're moving away from that now.
I'm still going to try it. I have
Because
a
you've mentioned
set
that
date.
so many times.
Yes.
In my presence, because we've talked about it on Ron's, we've talked. You know, I get ads on Instagram for voice acting courses.
Stop listening to me.
No, it's big time.
And I'm like, I didn't say anything about voice acting.
I sent.
Stop listening
I
to
was
me.
looking at again.
You
Whatever.
stop that.
I was looking at farmland in like upstate New York and Pennsylvania, and pods to drop on the land. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
I hear you, yeah.
But it was the crate ones, right?
Oh, cool.
And I searched it up. Literally 3 or 4 times. Ads all over crates
yeah.
and crates. I'm like, what the heck?
All it takes is one time.
Oh my gosh, it's so annoying.
Kelsey was showing me.
Like, I don't
know
want
if it
the
was true.
ads.
Let's see.
I wanted to do my own research, and then I wanted to be done with that
Oh,
experience.
just to the audio listeners, I was pointing at Dave's phone and telling it to stop listening to me. In case you're wondering why I was yelling, "Stop listening to
He
me."
was yelling at Dave.
I was yelling at Dave's phone.
Stop listening to me when I talk to you.
Stop listening.
You shut your mouth and you're talking to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You stop listening when I'm talking to
What
you.
you looking up there, bud?
He's
An article.
checking out an article, and that's not it. Okay, so I got one for you while you guys are looking
Start
at
with
the
a Jeep
article.
article.
Okay, so while you're looking at your article, I have a question for you guys. So my brother-in-law wrote a great article for, I think it was for Bearing Arms, which is like a Second Amendment you know, company. But the article was around Montclair University.
Montclair State. That's
yeah.
where I went.
So apparently now they're looking to prohibit students from carrying pepper spray. And I understand like the core weapons, right? No firearms of any kind.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, no knives of any kind or sharp. That's not meant for cooking, you know,
because that can lead to violence.
Yeah, but to completely disarm your student body, I don't think that's the best
Well, he's-
I'm
idea.
not sure. Yeah,
Here's
but
the
pepper
problem.
spray,
Like,
yeah, like
because
mace
pepper
and
spray, you
and
put,
stuff.
you put them on as a keychain.
Are people like are they is it being used in like pranks? Like are people getting sprayed
I
by
don't
it for
have
no
the
reason?
backstory on why the
Well, I mean,
discussion came up,
here's
so
it-
we'd have to kind of look that
Yeah,
up.
Here's-
that has to be-
But
that
I
has
would
to
go
be
with a
something that's-
penalty before I would ban the thing.
Yeah,
Well,
there
Like
has to
if
be
you're
some
using
reason
it, it's
why.
not self-defense, and you're using it in an offensive.
be
Well, if you
reason.
you're
ask,
suspended.
if you
for,
ask
you know, whatever.
Alex, because Alex also went to Montclair. We're both alumni there.
Yeah, I used to work right there. Yeah, probably while you were in college.
Alex, so if you're familiar, there's apartments at the bottom. We call it the bottom of the campus, right? So
Okay.
there's apartments at the bottom. So
Yep.
you either take a shuttle
Mm-hmm.
or you walk
Yep.
down the walking path.
Yep, which is
Now,
long, that walking path, especially at night.
he-
Dark.
Alex, a little bit more self-defense minded. saw a guy, look weird, but eye contact. Hi, how are you? Like, let him know. Like, I know you. I see you. I know you.
Yeah.
And then continued about his way. And then 5 minutes later, somebody that was behind him, he'd already gone back to the apartment, got jumped.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
By that person
it
and
does
mugged.
happen. Wow.
Because the person behind him was doing this.
Yep. No awareness.
down at the phone,
which is the average person,
is-
by the way.
which is-
I hate to say it.
Nowadays, yeah,
Which
that's
is
the average
so
person.
like to say that it doesn't happen. Now, would it be a different scenario if that person had pepper spray
Who
on him?
knows?
Who knows?
But you have a
It
chance.
should be an option.
of some kind.
I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of stripping anybody of a means of self-defense.
Correct. I'm with that.
I
Because
totally
if you're going to
agree.
go down that path, then they shouldn't carry pens with them. They shouldn't carry that. Like,
And
anything
here's
can
the
be a
argument
weapon.
too, right? It's a state-funded school through our taxes, right?
Yep.
So so now you're
Which
saying
charges a buttload of tuition.
a lot. So now you're saying we fund your school, and it's not a voted on decision. It's just a school board decision. It should be voted on by the populace, at least the town that Montclair is in, right? Something where it's okay. We approve the additional restrictions or not.
Right, exactly.
I'm in the same boat as you. I don't think you should disarm your populace at all because you have guys like that guy that Alex walked by who have bad intentions, and now you're telling me.
And if you think about it, like Lauren,
No.
Sensei Lauren,
Yeah.
who's at Rutgers, she has pepper spray on her keychain.
and she should, and she's trained.
And
She should still
she's
have it.
trained, but
she still has it, yeah.
And
Here's the thing: multiple assailants, someone that's significantly bigger than you.
You should definitely
You're late at
have-
night. You're tired. Like there's so many
Yeah,
things
exactly.
that can
There's so
catch
many
you.
You should
factors.
have. I mean, I like those pens. You ever see those self-defense pens?
I have a
They're
couple.
Yeah, they're great.
The ones that the glass breaking ones. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yep. There's a number of different tools.
I have for my wife and my daughter. Both have pepper spray, and
Or those big
that pen
alarms,
thing.
the ones that make the really loud sound.
Yeah,
when
I'm
you
not
blow out.
as.
I'm not
fan,
keen on those. I don't think they do, but yeah.
But anything is better than nothing. Anything
exactly.
to
Something that
startle
helps.
this scenario a little bit. If it's not a simple, give me your money, I'm going to leave. Which unfortunately, it's not that all the time. If it's not here's my money, get out of here. Then I think you should have. And for me, pepper spray and mace, which is almost one and the same thing basically. They're very non-aggressive actions anyway. Like you just have it on a keychain. The importance though is again, you do have to have some level of awareness. If it's jammed at the bottom of your purse, ladies, or guys at the bottom of your gym bag, a mace sprayer, that's useless anyway. You've
Right.
got to have
Can't
it
reach it.
actively on your person.
It's hard. It's not. It's not.
Should
as
you be in a
easy.
scenario where you're
Yeah,
walking from like a parking lot to a house or
Yep.
a walkway? You can't. You got to think. You got to think about your own safety.
Right.
But the school,
Exactly.
if the school is inhibiting you from doing that, I don't know. I don't think they should.
Which, tying that back into the online dating thing,
And I'll give you the link
That-
to the article. You guys should read the article.
Yeah.
It's a good article.
but tying that back into that's another problem with online dating too, is that there are
You
some.
need mace because sometimes they're a little shady, the girls.
Well, it's the opposite. Most of the time,
My name's
it's the
Steve.
guys.
Hi. No. Shh.
Most of the time, it's the guys that they're using the online dating sites to lure females into that situation.
Yeah.
And
That's why your
possible.
best bet is like
I've seen stories of that. Like
you
I
always
said
you
during my
always
research.
plan you always
Yep.
plan for like a
Well, they do
very
the
public-
catfishing or the bait. The
That
so the
too,
police officers
catfishing
do
too,
that.
yeah.
You do a
catfishing
very
too, yeah.
public area for your first date. You make sure it's lots of people around. You make sure it's you like there's mitigation.
Yeah, you're not inviting them over to your house.
Although the worst
At least you should.
online dating experience I ever had, I'll give you one story.
Sure.
He's still here.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Like just want a friend. That's it. Just someone to hang out with.
We met at the mall.
Okay.
It was like again a public place. It was long before. I was like, oh god.
Well, you said mall, so long before, yeah.
And malls are still a thing.
Yeah, malls was
So,
malls
but
were
in
still
general-
there,
Freehold
yeah.
mall's still good.
So anyway, the long and short of it was, I show up.
Okay.
She did not at all look like the profile picture.
Catfishing.
Exactly. But what got me was as we start talking, because I'm gentlemanly and I'm like, I'm still gonna have.
He
a
walked in
conversation.
like, damn.
I'm not gonna.
Just walked away.
I wasn't gonna be like.
You paying?
I wasn't gonna be like. Well, this is.
I just want you to know we're double dutching this date.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be like. Well, you're not exactly. I feel lied to, but.
Dave
Just
jams.
so you know.
So,
Dave
but anyway,
securely jams
But
his
I'll get a
wallet back
whirl.
in his pocket.
but no,
You're paid.
But as we're talking,
I'm a modern man.
it comes
I
out.
believe in feminist power. You buy.
No, but as we're talking, it comes out. she's out of prison and living in a home for women, and I'm like,
Well, this
I
has
was
been
like,
great, but it's time to go.
on this one, I was like, I'm gonna have to call it here. She's like,
How did that come up in conversation
Oh
so
my
quickly in the
God.
first meetup?
she was crazy.
Oh, she's still
I
out there,
was like,
Dave. This is a
wow.
video. Better watch.
Yeah, no, seriously,
She's gonna come in and try to collect child support.
not for me.
This is your 18-year-old baby. We met yesterday. It's yours.
It was a two-minute conversation at the mall. It came up within the first 5 minutes. I said, I was like, I have to go. This is.
Seriously, I'm out of jail
I'm like,
and
I'll
living
see you
in a
later. Don't stab
community
me on my
home.
way out. Like,
Wow. He's walking backwards. It was great to see you. Only spoons for her, please. Plastic.
Good Lord.
Hey. Wow,
my
that's
20s
crazy.
were weird.
Yeah, no kidding. I did not. I did not have that.
Well, you
experience.
didn't. You didn't.
I didn't do
experience
the I didn't do the dating app thing at all. All of my dating stuff was done in person. So
Well,
and the old school, like
all of
even
mine,
my wife, I was introduced to her through a friend. So.
all of mine was as well, and then I found myself single after college again, which was a weird time frame because you meet a lot of people in college, but
Oh yeah.
like fresh out of college and then single again, and you're like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah,
modern
college is
times.
definitely a dating melting pot because, and
that
I was
is-
in
that
a
is the one
relationship.
thing that I
think
missed
it
out
came-
on.
But
I get mad at trouble because there were a lot of people.
well,
out
you
there.
met, and you, but
doing their
you're
thing.
always put in situations where you're meeting people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like
In college, yeah. There's
classes.
parties, classes,
But
there's
Yeah.
fraternities,
Kelsey-
sororities,
Kelsey and I-
everything. Yeah.
Projects.
Kelsey and I were not.
whatever.
We were we met through my sister. It was we were in a dating app
Oh,
thing.
so she's the one to thank, huh? You give her whenever Kelsey's acting up, you call your sister like, "You did this to me." No,
No, she calls her up and, and says about
how
him
did
when
she
he's
meet
acting up.
Kels?
Running.
Running. We've talked about this on the podcast.
yes,
We have.
Yes, no, you're right. Yeah, we have.
That's okay.
That's
we can
cool.
mention it again.
That is cool.
Running.
I like it.
Always
I like
running.
it. Always running. Now she runs from you instead of to you. I get it. So, oh, that's crazy. Well, we're gonna have some fun with it. I think at the very least we'll try some things and see what happens.
Hey, you know,
Hope,
that's
you know,
basically
maybe
what
make
I'm
some
looking
friends
at.
out of it, right? Maybe just make some friends out of it,
Sure.
or lose friends.
Most
Steve's like,
likely.
and we're done.
And it's time to kick this crock into comfort mode.
If you have not already, please make sure that you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Kickin and Crocs, KICKIN.in.cracks.
CROCS.
The best.
Subscribe to us on YouTube to watch the video versions of this podcast. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment below if you have any opinions on any of the topics that we have talked about. Let's start some conversations, people, because that's how real dating happens, is through conversation.
And send us your recommendations for his dating app, or even better, so that I win. Send me people who want to directly date him right now, just to
through
me.
the comments.
Just but make sure you say to
Coming
Nick.
soon, YouTube dating.
Yes,
Watch, that's the next thing they launch.
It probably will
dating
be.
with Crocs.
And it's like, you know those old school like dating like where there's the video,
The videos,
yeah, the
yeah,
dating videos. That's what it is.
But you
I
have to use an
guarantee
old
that's
school.
what
Shut
it'll be.
up, because we're gonna make this
It's
now.
gonna, we're
You
gonna
have
make
to
it-
use a
Okay, cool. We're
camcorder,
gonna
like
make
an
it.
old
We're gonna make it
camcorder.
happen.
I like it.
Cool.
That's gonna be our thing.
Cool.
Where were we? If you're listening on audio only, you should give us.
That doesn't sound like that's gonna work. 5,000 stars. As many stars that you can fit in a knapsack. Go.
Well, how big is the knapsack?
Your imagination, my friend.
Who says knapsack?
I just did.
This guy. You know who we're talking about here. This is the guy that says
As
ping
many as
me.
you can put in your
It
pillowcase.
says ping me.
Put it in your knapsack,
Oh, you
or you'll
know.
get a shellacking.
Yes.
With interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin in Crocs. We're Kickin in Crocs.